Hi guys. So today's lesson is going to be, or this week's lesson is going to be an art parody. So the Parody Project. And a parody is when you create your own version of an original artwork. And you might have seen this from my video, you can see it, of my introduction video. So this is my parody of the Mona Lisa, which you'll see in here. I kept the same hands, the same clothing, same kind of style and look, but I just changed the head from Mona Lisa's head to this longhorned cow. Um, so I made a slideshow to show you some examples. So I'll go ahead and present the slideshow here for you. And we can look at some different parodies of the artworks. So I only chose 3 different works of art as options for us to parody, just because I'm trying to keep it simple and not overwhelm you or myself. So the first option I chose that you can choose from is the Mona Lisa. Mona Lisa was painted by Leonardo da Vinci during the Italian Renaissance. And it's so famous because they're still not sure exactly who she is, and it's sort of a mysterious work of art. But it is one of the most parodied works of art of all time. So these are some examples of parodies that other people have created off of the Mona Lisa. So obviously some of these are digital. If you have a digital platform that you can, or software that you can use, feel free to use that. If you do not, you are just cutting and pasting, just like this artist right here. They printed out the Mona Lisa, cut out her face and her hands, glued them to their drawing paper, and just drew their own body around her. So this is sort of the how. Here are some others. Again, these are more digital. You could also find a picture like in a magazine and then just cut her face out and glue it to the magazine picture. So if you had this picture of an astronaut in a magazine, you could print out Mona Lisa's face, cut it, and glue it to that magazine picture. Here are some others. So these are some student works. They had to use collage technique when I taught this lesson. So you'll see how they cut out, animal faces and then glued them down on top of the Mona Lisa, put different things in her hands. This one, they cut the faces out of the original artworks and just kind of collaged them into an overall picture. The next work of art is American Gothic. It was painted by Grant Wood in 1930. It's a painting of a house and the people he thought would live in the house. It's called Gothic because of that window back there is Gothic architecture. And the models that are in this painting are actually the artist's sister and their banker. Something a lot of people don't know. So this is a very, parodied work of art. So you can see in parodies, they try to make it more relevant. It's kind of like poking fun at the original, making it, what can I change it into to make it more relevant to our current times? The next work of art is The Scream, painted by Edvard Munch in 1893. And this is in the style of Expressionism. This is when artists sort of veered away from that traditional style of creating art. Everything wasn't so perfect anymore. They were more interested in putting their emotions and coming up with, like the feeling behind the artwork. So this artist, he wanted to show his anxiety when faced with nature. He had a writing that went along with his art that sort of just said he looked up at the sky and he was overwhelmed with emotion. Here's some parodies of that original. Again, you could print out the picture. You could even draw your own Patrick and cut it and paste it into the picture. You can color it differently, simplify it. There's so many options for you to change up and parody an original work of art. So this is sort of just the how, basically everything I just said on how you are going to create your parody. I hope you have fun. I can't wait to see them.